Once upon a time, in a lush green forest, there lived a little squirrel named Sammy. Sammy was a curious and adventurous little squirrel, always exploring the forest and discovering new things. He loved to climb trees, gather nuts, and play with his friends. One sunny day, Sammy was scampering through the forest when he came across a small oak tree. The tree was quite young and not very tall, but its branches were full of plump, juicy nuts. Sammy's eyes lit up with excitement. He had never seen so many nuts in one place before. Sammy quickly scampered up the tree and began to gather the nuts. He filled his cheeks with as many nuts as he could carry, and then he scurried down the tree to find a safe place to hide them. Sammy found a cozy spot under a large oak tree and began to bury his nuts one by one. He worked carefully, making sure that each nut was hidden safely away from other animals. When Sammy had finished burying all of his nuts, he felt a sense of satisfaction and accomplishment. He knew that he had enough food to last him through the winter. As the days grew shorter and the weather grew colder, Sammy began to rely on his hidden nuts for food. He would dig them up one at a time, carefully cracking them open and enjoying the delicious kernels inside. Sammy was grateful for the little oak tree that had provided him with so much food. He knew that he would not have survived the winter without it. One day, as Sammy was gathering his nuts, he noticed that the little oak tree was looking a little sad. Its leaves were turning brown and its branches were drooping. Sammy felt sorry for the little oak tree. He knew that the tree had given him so much, and he wanted to do something to help it. Sammy decided to plant some new oak trees around the forest. He gathered a bunch of nuts from the little oak tree and then carefully planted them in the ground. Sammy watered the nuts and checked on them every day to see if they had sprouted. A few weeks later, he was thrilled to see little oak tree seedlings poking through the soil. Sammy continued to care for the oak tree seedlings, nurturing them until they grew into strong young trees. He knew that these trees would provide food and shelter for other animals in the forest. Sammy took pride in his contribution to the forest. He knew that he had helped create a beautiful and healthy ecosystem that would last for generations to come.